Hello guys, welcome to Online Web Tutor. I am Sanjay. We are learning CodeIgniter for Framework tutorial. This is our partner 14. Inside this video session guys, we are going to continue our session called Raw Queries, and inside this video we will discuss about select queries. In part number 13, successfully we had discussed about insert, update and delete command. Now if I back to editor, so let's create a method which is going to make a select query. On the behalf of that query, actually we will select all the data what we have inside our database table. So before writing our function, if we back to browser, phpMyAdmin, this is our table. So right now inside this table we have 3 different rows. Now we want to select all the data because in the last video we had seen all about insert, update and delete command. Now back to editor, let's write our function. So public function, let's say get data, and inside this we are going to use, let's say this db, which is an instance we have created. Here we have the query method and write our raw query. So select all from tbl_users. Now if I store all the data what we get after executing this query inside this data variable. Now let's echo pre tag to format our data, print r and data variable. Now if we save this change, let's create a route inside this routes.php. So routes get request type, and here we have, let's say list hyphen data. It is going to call site controller, and the method we had created called get data. Let me check one more time about the method name, and it is okay. Now if I copy the route name, back to browser, let's type index.php, and here we have list hyphen data. So after executing our select query, now as we can see that we are getting multiple information. But for our purpose, we want the data what we have inside our database table. But as we can see inside this listing, right now we didn't understand about where actually we get all these data. So for that, back to editor, we have some methods which we concatenate with this query to get the exact data. What are those methods? If we want to get all the data from our database table, we need to use getResult method. Now save this change, go and reload this page. Now as we can see that we are getting these 3 rows into 3 different objects. This is our first object, second object and third object. Also, if we want to convert about each object into array format, simply we need to pass inside this getResult as an array parameter. Now after passing this array value here, if I reload this page, now as we can see that our object has been now successfully converted into array format. Also we have an alternative method which is available to actually provide or format our data from object into array format. So what is that method? If I copy this line, pasting it here, main comment of this line, and instead of using getResult, what I will use getResult array. Now if we save this change, go and reload this page, and as we can see that our output remains same. So either we can use getResult passing array as a value, or we can use getResult array. So this is all about the discussion of selecting all the data. But in some cases, let's say if we want a single row, something like this or this, how can we use these methods? Back to editor, if I make comment of this line, let's say data, this db query select all from tbl_users. Instead of selecting all the data, this time I'm going to concatenate with a where condition. So where it equals to, and this time we are going to select only this value called it equals to 2. Now if we use the same method called getResult, save this change, go and reload this page. Now as we can see that on the basis of where condition we are getting only a single object. But also we don't want this index, because as we know that by putting that where condition we have a single row. So why we are using getResult method? Is there any method which is going to take only that single object? Yes, we have. So instead of using getResult, we have getRow method. Now if we save this change, go and reload this page. Now as you can see that we have only a standard object. If suppose we want to convert into array format, either we can pass array here, save and reload, and I think instead of writing array, this is the method I think. So getRow array, save this change, reload, and this time we are getting the value into array format. So inside this video now we understood if we want to fetch all the data we have to use either getResult, getResult array. If we want to fetch a single row data, we can use for the object purpose getRow. If we want to convert our data into array format, so we need to use getRow array method. So successfully guys, we have completed our session over raw queries. From the next video we will see our query builder concept, because by using this raw query methods we had seen all of the operations like insert, update, delete as well as select. So from the next video we will see all these concepts again by using our query builder class approach. So inside this video session guys, if you went out, then please drop your comment. I will give my reply as soon as possible. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.